himsa. If you want to take revenge against this enemy, Yoman Deshti Enjavayan Dishmaha, such kind of mantras are there. So those mantras are in Yajurveda and more are there in Atharvaveda. So he said, yes, this is from Abhichara Homa. Abhichara means himsa. Okay. So like that, so but not many people are there who study Veda. So 100 and 130 branches are not available. Only 12 to 13 branches are available because there was neither Adhyayana nor Adhyapana. But all those mantras are there in space, and if a Maharshi comes and performs tapas, he can listen to that mantra, and then he would propagate across the globe. Then it is named after him, like our kArakam. So Katha Maharshi, he is a specialist. So Panini Vyakaranam says Tena Proktam, and in Mimamsa also Akhya Pravachanat. This name is coming like that. Taitriya, Paipalada, Kataka, etc. Kataka is from Yajurveda, Paipalada is from Atharvaveda, like that. So these names have come Pravachanat, Prakushtavachanat. This is the same what Panini said, Proktam. Pravach Prokta it becomes, isn't it? So he was a specialist of that mantra. So he propagated that mantra. He taught that mantra to students like that. Okay? Okay. Sumitra, how are rains there in Bengaluru?
Sorry, sir?
Rains in Bengaluru.
It is there every day. It is raining. Today it is not, but we are expecting rains at any time.
Oh.
They have got some very old generator. So if they switch it on, it will take some time to get current back. And then again, if current comes, everything will go off and then it will come back.
Acha. Oh, got it. So
wherever I go, I don't know, the power issue is there. Wherever I go, some kind of power issue. In Chennai, every other week the transformer will be bursting. Here, different kind of trouble.
When in Telugu there is one proverb. You have come and the rain is coming now. It is good. Shubhasuchakam. Like that. But wherever you go, power is going off. That's it. Chennai or Bengaluru.
It's actually true.
Here in 7 states it is cold. The cold wave is coming slowly. For some 2 or 3 more days it may be there. So today we have to take up Chintana also, because this is running in Gurukula system. We want to run the course in Gurukula system. So that means every day we have to take up Chintana of yesterday's lesson, and let us wait for 28. Let us wait for some more. So that's also would join it. Murli Mohan ji, how was the yesterday's lesson?
Namaste ji, namaste.
Aishman, how was yesterday's this thing?
It was good, sir. I was just getting into the subject. I'm not able to say anything about it.
No, Shastram, initially like that for anybody.
Yeah, because
once you fall on track, it becomes easier and you will get more and more interest. Once you fall on track, see, Shastram is not like other these things.
Yes, sir. I'm confident of getting into that. But the thing is, the basics, Background basics and all that is not within my reach as of now.
1 minute, you are from Tamil Nadu, no?
No, sir, I am from Palakkad, Kerala.
Kerala, no? Yes, either this thing Malayalam or Tamil. As far as possible, try to pronounce Sanskrit as Sanskrit, because there people say Vyakaranam.
I see.
Oh, yes, Vyakaranam. Sphatavada. I was giving lectures at Shankaracharya University, already Kerala.
Okay.
Now I am very much connected for the last 22 years.
I see. Okay.
Many theses come to me for this thing, and I was staying there a number of times. I visited. So the problem is, for Sphatavada, they say Sphatavada. And when you listen to this, now I am asking Sumitra, yeah, she is also from Tamil Nadu, and I am asking her, and also one of my students who is here from Kerala, to correct the Sangeeta Priyas. Vinayagam bhaje, Vinayakam bhaje, meant they say Vinayagam. Because if there is any defect or mistake due to Varna or Swara, that the meaning is not, rendered. So it would fail to do the job. Since it is 6:30, let us go. Om Namah Pranamikatyaya Patanjalibhya Vidyasampradaya Kartrabhyo Vanshilibhya Pranashibhyo Madhyonibhyo Gurubhya. Now may I ask Lakshmi Pakuluri to introduce? Please open your this thing, not you're putting something like, see, this is a Gurukula system type of thing. And there should be interaction between the Guru and Sishya. Do you understand? So as far as possible, keep your video open so that any kind of ingitena nimishitena mahatava sotra prabandhena, Patanjali says how Panini was doing. So some mukha kavalika will be there while expressing the meaning. Tadhite, that means like that. Okay, may I request Lakshmi Pakuluri, two people are there. Please introduce yourself, Lakshmi ji. Your mother tongue, what is your background, from which place you are?
नमस्ते वर्याः मम नाम लक्ष्मीः अहम् अधुना उत्तरकेरळराज्ये अमेरिकादेशे वसामि अत्र संस्कृतभारतीद्वारा अहं कोविदपरीक्षापर्यन्तम् अहं समापितवती आसम् अनन्तरं राष्ट्रीयसंस्कृतविद्यापीठे आचार्यसाहित्यमपि अहम् अस्मिन् वर्षे एव अहं परीक्षाः अलिखम् परन्तु उत्तीर्णता न ज्ञायते मया अधुना इदानीम् अहं यद्यपि अहं भारते तनालीतः अस्मि इदानीं तु अमेरिकादेशे एव वसन्ती अस्मि
भवत्याः नाम्नैव कश्चन विद्वान् अत्र उपविशति
मम पतिः एव आवां द्वौ अपि पञ्जीकरणं कृतवन्तौ सः एव
तेषां स्वरमपि अहं श्रोतुम् इच्छामि
अस्तु
Please log in only from one device.
Oh, that's why they put two names. Yes,
नमस्ते महोदय मम नाम रविशङ्करः अहम् उत्तरकेरळराज्ये अमेरिकादेशे वसामि संस्कृत मम यात्रा तु प्रायः किञ्चितेव अभवत् सा अग्रे अस्ति अहं किञ्चित् किं पुरतः अस्मि इदानीम् अहं केवलं शिक्षण परिचय पूरितवान् अग्रे गत्वा शिक्षा परीक्षां नेतुम् इच्छामि पठन् अस्मि कार्यं कुर्वन् अस्मि पठन् अस्मि
परिमला वासुकी शास्त्री भवत्याः परिचयः इंग्लिश और संस्कृतं doesn't matter.
Namaskaram Mहोदय. I stay in Iowa, Cedar Rapids, USA. So I am doing level 2 in Samskrita Bharati. So my journey is just started. So I just wanted to learn more and more in Sanskritam. Even my daughter is learning with me. So
and others have not come because we have to go ahead. We cannot go on waiting. So this is an Gurukula type of teaching we are doing. So Chintana we have to do. Babaji, Bhavata Chintana Kartum Shakiteva. Otherwise, first day, shall I give the...
So yesterday we studied an introduction to Karaka, and Acharya said that Karaka is more Arthika than Shabdika, which means that here the important thing, the concern more is about the meaning and not how the Shabda is formed. Like when you go to say Dhatu or Kriya, then you have to apply Pratyaya, Tadhita, Kridanta, and just making the word. And there's not so much importance given there for the sense which comes out from that, although that is also there. But in Karaka, it is most important that what is the sense which will come, what is the sense of karta and karma, karana when they are utilized. So that is one thing he said. And then he spoke about the vakya, that the unit of artha, when we want to convey some sense to another person, the unit is not shabda, but it is the sentence. And sentence does not necessarily always mean just one sentence. There are also mahavakyas, which means if I have an idea to convey, then I may use many more sentences to convey that idea. And then whole thing is called as a mahavakya, or one big sentence, and it has got parts in it which are also vakyas, which are called avantar vakya. And Acharya ji gave example that even say Ramayana, Mahabharata, these are big books, but they are considered like mahavakya. So he also equated Mahakavyam to Mahavakyam. And then he distinguished it from the Mahavakya, which we are familiar sometimes in Vedanta, that there are 4 Mahavakyas, each related, one related with each Veda, like Tattvamasi, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Atma Brahman. So these are Mahavakyas, but these are having a different sense of Mahavakya, that they are actually giving like a summary of the whole thing. Maybe the whole Upanishad is summarized in one statement. So there he said that there is an Arth Gauravam, means they are pregnant with a lot of meaning in it. But when we see Mahavakya, say Ramayana, then it is Arth Gauravam. There are a lot of words, a lot of sentences. Sabda Gauravam. And the Mahavakya for that in comparison to say Tattvamasi, maybe like Ramadivat Vartitavyam Nato Ravanadivat. So he said that. And then he also explained the definition of Vakya based on Jaimini Sutra, that it has primary characteristic is that it has Akanksha, and then it has Yogyata and Asakti. He gave the example that I water plant with fire. So it is syntactically a correct statement, but semantically it doesn't have any meaning. So in Sanskritam, it is not considered as a Vakya, even if it is grammatically proper, because it does not have the Yogyata, because fire does not have the Yogyata. And then words in the sentence have Akanksha, means they have an expectancy. If you say Chatra Pachati, then Chatra, if you simply say, it means then what? Or Pachati, if you say, then it needs an agent for that. So if you simply say some words, Hasti, Go, Pustakam, then they don't make a sentence because there's no Akanksha in that. And then he spoke about the Vibhaktis, that the Karakas are dependent on Vibhaktis, and Vibhakti, because Vibhaktis Pratipadiko Artha Vibhajate Naiti Vibhakti. So it gives different sense to the Pratipadika. Pratipadika has its one meaning, Arthvad Adhatur Apratyaya. The Pratipadika is that which has a meaning, but it is not a Pratyaya or something ending in Pratyaya or a Dhatu. And its meaning, whether it will be a Karana or Karma or Karta or Adhikarana, it changes according to what kind of pratyas are applied on it, which are 21 of them, as Acharya explained. So there are 6 karakas, and Sambandha is not considered as a karaka. And then he explained that karaka is that which is needed for the kriya nivartkatvam or kriya prayojkatvam karakam. So that's, I think.
Kriya Janakatvam Karakatvam, not Prayojikatvam. Kriya Nirvartakatvam or Kriya Janakatvam Karakatvam is okay. And another thing is Dravyam and Shakti, we were discussing.
Right.
Okay, according to Vaisheshikas, Shakti is not different from Dravyam. Why? Shakti Matoho Abhedopacharaat. Because whatever Dravyam is there, for example, you take Parashana, Chaitraha Parashana Vraksham Chanakti. Chaitra is chopping a tree with a parachute. So with a parachute means, what does it mean? If you put a parachute axe and the tree there, will the parachute cut the tree? No. Then Chaitra has to come, he has to Ujjamana and Nipatana. He is lifting and falling. Something he has to do. Even then, it is not the parachute that is chopping, cutting, but it is the Shakti that is there in the Parashu. Are you getting the point?
Yes.
And can you show Shakti differently from Dravyam? See, what happens is there is a Patraharitam, the green material is there in the leaves. How is it formed? According to science, sunrays are coming from some Shakti is there in sunrays. Whatever energy is there, that is just getting converted into this Patraharitam, that is the greenness of in the leaves. Isn't it? That means here it is Dravyam. There in Surya Kirana it is Shakti. That means Shakti is converting into Dravyam. It goes on like that. So Vaisheshikas argue, no, we cannot say Shakti is different from Dravyam. Rather, Mimamsakas, Paurva says, no, we have to accept Shakti as a separate entity. Then what Panini and Patanjali say? They follow both. It can be either Dravyam or sometimes it can be Shakti. But Siddhanta Vaksha is Shakti Karakam. That means in a Pratipadika, you have learned Ramaha, Ramu, Ramaha, Ramam, Ramena, Rama, etc. That means different vibhaktis are added. On the same Pratipadika, different vibhaktis are added. What is vibhakti? Babaji already said, Vibhajyate Pratipadikaarthaha Anaya iti vibhaktihi. The Pratipadika has got, okay, let me go back one thing. Panchakam Pratipadikaarthaha, you may note down. Panchakam Pratipadikaarthaha. A Pratipadika expresses 5 meanings. Generally, people say a Shabda has got a meaning. But this is Shastram. We go deep. Okay, there what happens, a Shabda, for example, if you say Chaitraha, it denotes 5 meanings. One is Swartha. Swartha can be Jati, etc. Okay, Jati and Vyakti, we have to take up immediately, we will take up. Jati and Swartha and then Dravya. Dravya means if you say Gauhu, Gauhu is a Dravyam. Okay, an individual, a thing. Okay, and then Sartha, Dravya, Linga. We have 3 lingas in, Sanskritam. Okay, Pumlinga, Strilingam, and Napumsakalingam. Some Shabdas have got only Strilinga, others have only Pumlinga, others have both, others have 3, Tataha, Tati, Tatam, for example. All the 3 lingas. These lingas are explained in Amarakosha, etc. We have 110. This dictionary is like things like Amarakosha, Vishwakosha, Medini Kosha, etc. Only 10 or 12 are available roughly, I think, now. So that is called Nama Linga Anushasanam. That clearly gives which Shabda should be used in which Linga or Lingas, like that. So that is its job. Okay, so Swartha, Dravya, Linga, Sankhya. Sankhya we have 3 Vachanams in Sanskritam. Ekavachanam, Dvivachanam, Bahuvachanam. So Vachanam is also expressed. Vrikshaha, Ekavachanam, Vrikshau, Dvivachanam, dual number, Vrikshaha, and Bahuvachanam. Like that, Vachanam. And Swartha, Dravya, Linga, Sankhya, Karakam. The 5th one that is being expressed by a Shabda is Karakam. Karakam we are going to discuss. Okay, so Pratipadika, Panchakam Pratipadikaarthaha. A Pratipadika would render 5 meanings, not 1. In other languages, you don't have such kind of discussions.
Mahodaya, Panchamaha Arthaha Kaha?
Panchamaha Swarthaha, Dravyam, Lingam, Sankhya, Karakam.
Karakam. Karakam.
The last one we are going to discuss thoroughly.
But actually, Pratipadika does not have Karaka.
Pratipadika means Rama is a Pratipadika. If to denote the Kartrukarakam, okay, you add some vibhakti.
So when you add vibhakti, then it's still called Pratipadika, or before you
No. It is called Subantam. Yesterday we discussed that also actually. You see, in Panini Vyakaranam, that is Ashtadhyayi, Subantam Tingantam, Subtingantam Padam Panini Sutram. Earlier to Panini, there was a fourfold or fivefold division of Shabdas. Nama, Akhyata, Upasarga, Nipata, Karma Pravachaniya. Okay, but Panini said, I want to put all the different kinds of Shabdas under two headings only. One is Subantam, the other is Tingantam. Subantam is noun, Tingantam is verb. So Nama and Kriya. So once the Pratipadika is combined with some Pratyaya, for example, Rama Pratipadika, Su Pratyaya, Ramaha. Ramaha is a Padam. Pratipadika is root of Padam, more root, Prakriti. Upon Prakriti, you add some Pratyaya, then we will get Padam. Is it clear?
So when you say that there are 5 meanings of Pratipadika, then Karaka cannot be part of that because Pratipadika does not have the Pratyaya in it.
Oh, no, that one. Okay. That means the Pratipadika, after adding all these things, in fact, it is noun only, strictly speaking. But they named it Pratipadika Artha. They call it. Because after adding these Prachayas, isn't it? Even for that matter, even in Linga, Aja, Pumlinga, Aja, Tap, Aja, Jatashta, Panini Sutram. Then only Aja would mean a female goat, like that, isn't it? Right. So Pratipadika will have 5 meanings. Okay. And these different Karakas we are going to discuss would render different meanings. Pratipadika is standard. We are not going to change the Pratipadika. Okay. Before going there, let us discuss a very important and universal issue, the concept called Jati and Vyakti.
What is the Vyutpatti of Pratipadika and what does it really mean by
Pratipadika is a Samjna. Samjnas may need not necessarily have any meaning, but a Pratipadam agachyati. For every word, this is the root model. So that becomes Pratipadikam. Pratipadam, padam, pratipadam. Isn't it? Prativraksham means vraksham, prativraksham. Like that, padam, pratipadam. For every word, this will be there, that root. Root of a noun is called Pratipadika. Root of a verb is called Dhatu. Okay. So, Nya Pratipadika, one Adhikara Sotram. Upon Pratipadika, you have to add Sup Pratyayas, Su Aujas, Autyas, Tabhyam Vis, Nebhyam Yas, Nasibhyam Yas, Nas Os Am, Ni Os Sup. These Pratyayas one has to add. Upon Dhatu, Ting Pratyayas, Tip Tasji, etc. are there. Those are to be added, and you will get forms like Pachati, Hasati, Gamishyati, whatever it is, all verbs. So Pratipadika Adhikara is one, Dhatva is the other. Okay, Pratipadika Adhikara is for producing Subantas, that is nouns. Dhatva is for producing Kriyapadas or verbs. Is it clear?
I had one more question from yesterday's class. So yesterday, Acharya ji, you said that Sambandha is not a Karaka, and you explained, but it's not clear to me why it is not a Karaka.
What is Karakatvam? You have offered the definition Kriya Janakatvam Karakatvam. Right. The one which generates a Kriya, Chaitraha. Kim karoti? Prashna. Pachate. Chaitrena. Kim kriyate? Pachyate. Yeah, like that, for every Vibhakyanta Shabda, that is Chaitraha, Chaitram, Chaitrena, Chaitraya, Chaitrat. Okay, Chaitre. Chaitrasya I did not say. Keep it there. So in all these things, if you put a question, a verb will be the answer.
Acharya, in even Chaturthi, we might not get Kriya.
Why? Chaitraha, Maitraya, Gam, Kinkaroti Gam, Maitraya Kinkaroti, Dadati Va.
Dadati.
Vikrinati, Kinkaroti. Is he selling or is he giving?
Yes.
Etc. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Only Dadhatu will be there, that we will discuss.
Oh. Yes.
So if we say Chatrasya Pachanam or Chatrasya Pakaha.
Yes, that means That is what we are going to come to. See, Chaitrasya kim tato? That means expectation, akanksha is for noun rather than verb. Is it clear? Chaitrasya bharya, Chaitrasya pustakam, Chaitrasya gruham. So when you take Chaitrasya kim tato? What is that? That of Chaitra, possessive case. That
No,
means,
but if you say Chatrasya Pachanam, Chatrasya Pachanam.
Pachanam is also Pachanam is liti prachaya. Pakaha is gai prachaya. Dapachash paka is the dhatu. You take any word, no problem. But that will be a noun only answer, not a kriya.
In Saptami Artha, how can we get kriya?
Kupe jalam.
Kupe
Jalam kupe. Astiva, nastiva. You take any example, doesn't matter. See, once it is said by Panini, take it for granted. That is Yogi Prachakshan. He was offering Karakam for Sanskritam. But you may take it to Mandarin. I cannot object. You may take it to Deutsch, German, English, Hindi. Actually, I was asking, when I was in service, I was asking my students to give examples from Sanskritam, English, and then their mother tongue. It is Tamil. Some people Bengali, some people Malayalam, some people Punjabi. I am the least bothered. But give examples from your mother tongue also to show that simply this Karaka theory, okay, is universal. Many things in Panini are universal actually. We are going to discuss Jati and Vyakti today. I have promised it yesterday. Very, very important. Any more doubts, please, in yesterday's lesson or today's lesson? Okay. When you get a doubt, then you just ask me. No problem, no hurry. Now what happens is, Gaurna Hantavya, a cow should not be killed. What does it mean? Parimalaji, what does it mean? Please open your this thing so that you can enjoy the lesson. What does it mean? Gaurna Hantavya, a cow should not be killed. What does it mean? I shall keep aside one cow and ask Mr. Kilmore, who is waiting, to go on killing all the cows on earth. Is it okay for you? Why?
Cow is Gomata.
No, not like that. No. For that matter, do you think Mahisya Sarva Bhutani in Veda? No. Out of question. Ahimsa Paramo Dharmaha. No prani should be killed. I was lecturing in Osmania University 20 years ago. People think that those people who consume non-vegetarian, Mansahara, are sinners, and those who consume these vegetables are Punyatma.
गौ इति सूचकं पदमस्ति.
कस्य सूचकं?
गौ इति जाति सूचकं.
We are coming to that. Parimalaji, please do not give this kind of thing, because Parvati was given the name Aparna, Kumar Sambhavam. What does it mean? Even she was not plucking even leaves from trees, because that is also papa. That's why in Sandhya Vandana we say regularly, Yadamnat Krute Papam, Tadamnat Pratimuchyate, Yadratriyat Krute Papam, Tadratriyat Pratimuchyate. Without committing any sin, it is simply impossible to live. You cannot lead the life. So both vegetarians and non-vegetarians, without raga and dvesha, we have to say, careful. Okay? Both are committing sin, no doubt about it. So that is, the question is not about you are saying about dharma or adharma. Go brahmanebhya shubhamastu nityam lokas samastas sukhino bhavantu. That's what you are saying, isn't it? What does it mean? Go is taken because cow is very popularly known. When you are giving examples, You are supposed to give examples which are easily understood by people. For example, for Karakam, we are going to take up a Pachati, cooking. Why? In cooking, all the Karakas will come and also people will easily understand. That's right. So go etc. and Brahmanebhya, Brahmana etc. So Pradhanam, important thing you take up, isn't it? Shubhamastu, you should happen. So to all the four legged, I mean, including birds, etc., and all the people like Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, everybody should get a Shubham. That is the meaning. So, since it is Mata, I should not, that's not. But another scholar, Rajiv, I think he has given Jati is taken. What does it mean? What is the meaning of the sentence? This is linguistics. Language we are talking about. We are discussing language. Do not kill a cow. What does it mean? A cow means a single cow or any cow? Question is clear? What does it mean? A cow means a single cow or any cow? Means all cows. Gurich, can you answer? What? You are moving your head. What is the meaning? Do not kill a cow.
Yeah, it means all cows.
All cows. A cow means you said all cows. Okay, stand there. Fetch a cow. Paramalaji, what is the meaning? How many cows will you fetch? Suppose I ask you to fetch a cow. How many cows will you fetch? Quickly. You take Telugu or you take Punjabi, you take another language. We are not bothered about these things. What is it? Fetch a cow means how many cows? One cow or all cows? Because earlier she said a cow means all cows. Now I am asking, is it fetch a cow means a cow or all cows? It is a cow, individual, a single cow. So Go Shabda, at one place you said Jati, all cows. At another place you are saying single cow. What is this? Question is clear? This is there in language per se. Then what to do? Why is this? So then all that Mimamsa, Nyaya Vaisheshika, Vyakarana, do not take Vedanta. Vedanta, they don't accept Jati. Okay, for Vyakarana, Nyaya Vaisheshika and Mimamsa. Yesterday we were discussing Padavakya Pramana Shastras. For all these darshanas, Jati is Nitya. Dravyam is Anitya. Dravyam or Vyakti means individual, a single one. Jati or class, you may call it Jati, Akriti, okay, and Samanyam are one the same. Now, what is this? What is how Jati is expressed actually? In a cow, you have cowness. That is, in a go, you have Gotvam or Gota. Pani says in Tadhitas, Tasya Bhavas Tatalau, Tasya Bhavaha. Bhavaha means here Jati. In Vedanta, Bhava means Brahma. In Vyakaranam, here in this context, Bhava means Jati. If you want to express Jati, then add Tvaprachaya or Talprachaya on the Subanta. That is the meaning of this Pani Sutram. Tasya Bhavas Tatalav. So, Stri. In a Stri, what is there? Stritvam or Strita. In a Vriksha, Vrikshatvam or Vrikshata. In Manushya, Manushyatvam or Manushyata. Okay. So, Tvam or Tal, either Prachaya would denote Jati. What is Jati? Jati is the phenomenon that separates one thing from the rest of the things in the universe. You have taken Ashwa. What is there in Ashwa? Ashwatvam. What do you mean by Ashwatvam? Ashwatvam, okay, sometimes it is also called a guna, is a Jati that separates Ashwa from all other things in the universe. See how beautiful concept. So, You said jati. Gotvam jati is there, or stetva jati is there, purushatva jati, whatever it is. So when you said do not kill a cow, gauna hantavya, you mean to say that any individual in which you find gotva jati should not be killed, isn't it? Okay, because you said the jati means group, the class, the entire gamut of things. Then okay, but one thing is there. Can you see or show jati? No. 4 kinds of shabdas are there. Jati shabdaha, dravya shabdaha, guna shabdaha, kriya shabdaha. Chatushtayi shabdanam pravrittihi, Patanjali says. Okay, so Samnya shabdas are also there. First it comes jati shabdaha. When you say jati, okay, you cannot find a jati, okay, devoid of vyakti, dravyam. Can you see or show gota jati without go vyakti? Impossible. Let us come the other way around.
तत्र व्यक्ति द्रव्ययोः
समानार्थकता, व्यक्ति द्रव्ययोः समानार्थकता, anarthantaram, vyaktihi dravyamiti anarthantaram. So what happens if you take the 4, okay, jati, dravya, gunas, kriya, what happens is only dravyam is tangible, that can be seen most of the time, not everywhere, there are exceptions. So generally if you take a cow you can see. White board, can you separate whiteness guna from the board and see or show for me? No. That means guna also has got the dravyam as its ashraya. Jati already got dravyam as its ashraya, because gotva jati has got its ashraya, a cow, isn't it? Then take guna. Nila gauhu. This gauhu shabda is both in Pumlinga and Strilinga. Careful. Okay, nila gauhu. Blackness. And in a cow, can you separate that blackness from the cow and see or show for me? No. They call in abstract, in philosophy, modern philosophy. So jati cannot be seen or shown. Guna cannot be seen or shown. Chaitra pachati. Take an example. Chaitra has been cooking, as I have already said, for the last, as far as I know, 10,000 years or so. He doesn't have, he has got other jobs also, but mostly cooking is done. She don't trust these feminist words. They say only ladies have been cooking. Who said that? In Vyakaranam, Chaitra has been cooking for thousands of years. Why? And also, it is Nala and Bhema, Nalabhema Paka. Nala and Bhima were best cooks. Neither Savitri, nor Seta, nor Draupadi were good cooks. I'm sorry, I'm not giving any education, but just telling the fact. Telling the fact is not a crime. So I cannot be prosecuted in a court of law. Therefore, now, if you take this Shastram and go for a public discussion, you won't spare anybody and nobody will stand before you. Let me tell you clearly. Isn't it? Now, Chaitra Pachati. Pachati means, what is Pachati? Pachati is a Kriya, Sadhya. Siddha Sadhya, I will come later. Oh. And Pachati, can you see or show me Pachati? Cooking? No. Patanjali, under Bhute Lit and 1 or 2 sutras, he says, Kriyanameyam Achanta Paradrushta Ashikya Pindibhuya Nidarshayitum Saso Anuvanagamya. That is what Patanjali. Yatha Garbho Nirlutitaha. Garbha is there. Okay? Anilutitaha. It did not get what you call aborted. Can you see or show that? No. Garbha is aborted. Garbha nirlutitaha. Nirlutitaha is abortion. Can you see or show that? No. In a concrete form. So Pindi Bhuya, making it a concrete form, can you see or show? No. So when you say Chaitraha Pachati, what did you mean actually? Chaitra brought a vessel, put some rice in that, okay, cleaned. Then put some water, put the lid, placed on the hearth, and then lighted this thing. So it takes some time. Meanwhile, he may take up some stirring or some kinds of avantara kriyas, sub activities. So adhishrayanam and adhashrayanam, starting from adhishrayanam, placing on hearth, adhashrayanam, putting down from the hearth after the task is completed. In between, whatever avantar kriyas are there, all those things totally taken in buddhi as one, and then it is called pachati or pakaha. Similarly, if you say gramam gacchati chaitraha, he is going to village. He starts at a particular point, arrives at a particular point. In between, he may stop under a tree, and he may take rest. He may consume some water or food and attend some other activities. All these things are not separately said, but gacchati, going, you said. And can you separate gacchati from chaitra and see or show for me? Or can you expect have an image? It is all Bauddha, in buddhi, imaginary, not concrete, not tangible. Forget about it. So dravyam or vyakti is the only one, okay, which is a resort or ashraya of jati, guna, kriya. Of course, samjna also is there. We are going deep into jati and vyakti. Please tell me if you have any doubts.
महोदय, पतञ्जलेः वचनं पुनः वदति वा क्रियाविषयकम्?
क्रियानामेयम् अत्यन्तापरदृष्टा अशक्या पिण्डीभूय
निदर्शयितुं
कामा सासौ अनुमानगम्या यथा गर्भो निर्लुठितः गर्भो apostrophe अनिर्लुठितः, it becomes nirluthita. Otherwise, garbho nirluthitah. In both ways, it is commented by Kayaka.
Nirushitah.
Nirluthitah. Lonthanam, looting. Looty. In English, nirlonthanam. Nirlonthanam. Garbho nirluthitah. Poro sandhi. Garbho nirluthitah. Garbho apostrophe. Okay, nirluthitah one. Garbho hyphen, I mean not hyphen, space, nirluthitaha, hashicha utvam. Is it clear? So, anumanagam, that I will explain.
That is that.
So, anumanam generally is stated as anu means following manam pratyaksha. Manam means pratyaksha, following that, whichever comes, that is called anumana generally. So, just let me give you an overall view of pramanas. Okay, pratyaksha pramanam. Aksha here means indriya. Pratyaksham. So, if there is contact between the indriya, that is the sense organ, and the thing that is in question, okay, and mind should be present, forget not. Manas should be there. Without manas, if the eyes look at something, there is no use. Because when Durvasaha came to Shakuntala, Bhavati Bhikshandehi, he said thrice. And then offered a shapa. vikintayanti yamananyamanasa tapo nidhim vetsinamam upasthitam. Upasthitam, upasamipe. Nearby I am standing. I am loudly saying, Bhavati Bhikshandehi. You don't hear my words. Huh? What is this? That means, Alankarika said that is called Stambhavastha. Stambha means pole. Just like a pole, she was there. That means she was thinking about, Dushyanta. Huh? So finally he offered a shapa. So here what happens, and Patanjali under in third adhyaya, he says there was some just line of carts going on. Shakatayana, great Vayakarna, was sitting there. Someone came and asked Shakatayana, Shakalya, or these are predecessors or contemporaries of Panini Maharshi. Then someone asked Shakatayana, did you see the just line of carts going on here? Then he said no. Then Patanjali says, what is the reason? Manasaha asanidhyat. Gachantam sartham napalebhe. Vayakarnanam Shakatayanaha. Gachantam sartham napalebhe. Manasaha asanidhyat. Because manas is somewhere else. I might have given you the hint. The English medicine, till some roughly when I was young, 15 or 16 years, they were saying, no, don't talk about manas, genas, etc., etc. Okay, you have some problem, you give medicines, no pathyam, no restricted food. Pathye sati gadartasya kimaushadha nishevanam. If you follow pathyam, if you get some disease, why medicine? Pathye asati, pathye sati. If you do not follow pathyam, gadartasya, suffering from some disease, kimaushadha nishevanam, why medicine? If you follow pathyam, medicine is useless. If you do not follow, then also medicine is useless. Isn't it? Something like that. So, Vayakarnanam Shakatayana. Vayakarnanam, why he is saying everybody knows Shakatayana is a Vayakarna. That means he studied Vyakarna Shastra. He is a Vayakarna. He authored some works in Vyakarna. Such a great person was sitting on the roadside, but he saw the just line of carts, these carts going, but did not see. When someone asked, I did not see anything. Why? Manasaha asanidhyat. Manas should be there. Manas is more important than body. If your mind is full of worries or problems or thinking or whatever it is, disturbance, the medicines won't work. Take it for granted. If anybody is there, let them argue with me. Let us see. So now where are we? Here there is jati, there is vyakti, you say. Jati vyaktyoho samavaya sambandhaha, nyaya darshanam. Nyaya vaisheshika. Jati vyaktyoho samavaya sambandhaha. I will be giving different systems of darshanas. Don't think I cannot teach pure Vyakaranam. No. It is not possible, it is not advisable. Okay, so Jati Vyaktyoho Samavaya Sambandha. Samavaya is Nitya Sambandha. Samavaya.
Sahavayava, Samavayava.
Jati Vyaktyoho Samavaya.
Samavayava, Sahavayava.
No. Samavaya.
Astu.
Am I clear? So, Samavaya means Nitya Sambandha. Nitya Sambandha means you cannot separate. Impossible. Under Bhave, third adhyaya Vanasotram, Patanjali says, Jati Vyaktyoho Nantariyakatvat. Nantariyakatvat. This is a very good term. I shall explain. Antara means without. Na antara means opposite of without. So, Nantariyakatva means without jati there cannot be Vyakti. and vice versa. Without Vyakti, there cannot be Jati. The same thing. And in Mimamsa also, they say Jati Vyaktiyoho Nitya Sambandha. Nyaya, Vyakaranam, Mimamsa. Okay. Now, what is this? You see, if one asks you, please show me Gotvam, what will you do? You take this person to a cow individual, Go Vyakti, and say, you see, there is Gotva Jati in this Go Vyakti. Isn't it? And someone asks, I want to see a Go Vyakti. What will you do? You will take him to a Go Vyakti and say, see, this is called a Go Vyakti. But already Gotva Jati is there, forget not. The only thing is, Jati cannot be seen or shown. Okay, not Pratyaksha Pramanam. Pramanas also I have to explain. Yes, I will do. Okay. And if wherever there is Gotva Jati, there is Go Vyakti only, we have to take it. And wherever there is Go Vyakti, you will find Gotva Jati in that. So first finish these sentences. But then what is that? Under Samartha Padavidhi, Panini, Patanjali says in Mahabhashyam, Uhayam Padarthaha. There are great arguments in Mimamsa, Nyaya, etc. Jati is Pradhanam. Okay? Jativada and Vyaktivada, they are called. Some people say Jati is important. Others say Vyakti is important. Then Patanjali had given his conclusion. Uhayam Padarthaha. Whether it is Jativadi or Vyaktivadi, for both the people, both are Padartha. What is in Nyaya Sutram? Jatyakruti Vyaktayastu Padarthaha. Nyaya Sutram is Jatyakruti Vyaktayastu Padarthaha. Nyaya Darshanam, second Adhyaya, second Pada. Jatyakruti Vyaktayastu Padarthaha. That is Nyaya Sutram. Akruti Kriyarthatvat is Mimamsa Sutram. Akruti Kriyarthatvat. I shall explain Jati Akruti. Akruti Kriyarthatvat is Mimamsa Sutram. Nandriji, did you get? Akruti Kriyarthatvat is Mimamsa Sutram. Right? Vyakaranam, Panini Sutram, Jatyakhyayam Ekasmin Jatyakhyayam Ekasmin Bahuvachanam Anyatarashyam. Jatyakhyayam Ekasmin Bahuvachanam Anyatarashyam.
Ji Anyatadasyam?
That is complete sutram. Jatyakhyayam Ekasmin Bahuvachanam Anyatarashyam is one sutram by Panini. Another sutram, this is for Jati. For Vyakti, Panini gave another sutram. Sarupanam Ekasheshaha Ekavibhaktau. Sarupanam Ekasheshaha Ekavibhaktau. So what Panini says is Jatyakhyayam. When Jati is the meaning, in single Ekavachanam you can use. That means Gaurna Hantavya. You use Gauhu, singular. But singular, in singular number Ekavachanam, it means Bahu. All the cows. Raghavji, are you getting? When you said do not kill a cow, we keep aside these what you call A and the articles, keep aside for some time all those things. Okay, cow. Here cow means do not kill a cow means, although it is used in Ekavachanam, Bahutvam Bhakti. It says all cows. It is Jatyakhyayam Ekasmin Bahuvachanam Anyatarashyam. Then he says Sarupanam Ekaseshaha Ekavibhaktau. Then what about Ramaha, Ramo, Ramaha, Vrikshaha, Vriksho, Vrikshaha, etc.? This is the answer. When you want to take up Vyakti, you want to just count 1, 2, 3, then there will be only one shabda remaining. I shall explain. Some pratyaya will be added in order to see that there will not be loss of meaning. Nashta parihara. What is this? Mathematics. Take mathematics. One cow costs 1 lakh rupees. You want 2 cows. Then you will take 2 lakhs. So, note down one niyama. Sakruducharitaha shabdaha. Sakruducharitaha shabdaha. Sakrut ucharitaha shabdaha. Sakrudeva artham gamayati. Sakrudeva artham gamayati. Sakruducharitaha shabdaha. Sakrudeva artham gamayati. What does it mean? If you pronounce one shabda once, it gives only one meaning. Vrikshaha, only one tree. Then if you want 2 trees, say vrikshaha, vrikshaha. If you want 3 trees, vrikshaha, 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 like that. Because you have taken 2 lakhs for 2 cows to market. Now Panini says, no, not like that. Sarupanam having the same form, Sarupa, Vriksha, Vriksha, Sarupa. Ekaseshaha, only one remains. Ekaha sishyate. Only one Vriksha remains. Then what about the duality? Then you will add au pratyaya. Vriksha au. That means Pratipadika, only one Pratipadika would remain. Ekasesha. You add au pratyaya to mean 2. Vrikshaha, Vrikshau. What about Bahuvachanam? Bahuvachanam actually means generally 3 or it can be more. Devaha Pujyaha. Gods are to be respected or worshipped. Okay, there can be 3 or more. Then it will be Bahuvachanam. If you want to be specific, then you have to use the Sankhya. Trayaha Gavaha, etc. Chatvaraha Gavaha, etc. Is it clear? So this is Vyakti Paksha. So Sarupanam Ekaseshaha Ekavibhaktau. This is applicable in only one Vibhakti. Do not mix up Prathama Vibhakti, Ditya, Tritiya like that. Prathama is Prathama, Ditya is Ditya like that. Now are you getting why it is called Vrikshaha, Vrikshau? Beautiful. So in Mimamsa what he says is, let us go to Pura Mimamsa. What he says is, Akruti Kriyarthatva. Akruti and Jati both are used as synonyms. In some cases, what they did, Akruti means the Akara. See, Akruti is Striyantin Tin Prachaya. Akaraha Ghai Prachaya. That is the difference. So, suppose outside you are, which has got life, you are talking about a cow that has got life. What about a cow made of wood or plastic? There we take Akruti. That is the only difference. But that also actually mixed by later scholars. So, Jati Akruti Vyaktayaha Padarthaha Nyaya Darshanam, when you say Akruti and Jati both are used as synonyms. Paryaya Shabdas. You know what is Paryaya Shabda, Raghavji?
समानमर्थं बोधयति इति पर्यायवाची. समानार्थं बोधयति इति पर्यायवाची.
That is one way of this thing, but just I shall explain differently. Paryaya means turn. Now it is Rama's turn, now it is Krishna's turn, Chaitra's turn, like that. Isn't it? So, Paryaya means you are supposed to use these shabdas by turn, not together. Let me give example. Amarakosha, which I got by heart at the age of 5. Okay. Saravyayam sargana katritivat kritashalayah. Take the first one sentence. Swarga naka. In Veda, you come across a sentence like Swarga kamo yajeta. Jyotishtomena Swarga kamo yajeta. Okay. You can say Jyotishtomena naka kamo yajeta. But you cannot say Jyotishtomena sarga naka kamo yajeta. Now you understand what is paryaya? By paryaya you have to use once only one. Another time you may use another shabda that means the same. But you cannot use it together these words which mean the same. Is it clear now? So much of meaning is there in paryaya. Idanim krishnasya paryayah. Anantaram chaitrasya paryayah. His term, vantu in Telugu. Is it clear? Now, what this mean? So, jati, akriti, both are one and the same at a later stage. Jati and vyakti are the meanings. Padartha means meaning of padartha is not a thing, but padartha means here meaning of a shabda. When someone said gau, it means Gotra Jati. Since Gotra Jati cannot be there, or you cannot do anything, you cannot affect anything on Gotra Jati in Jati form, you have to go to the secondary one, that is Vyakti. So Gotra Jati Visishta Go Vyakti is the meaning. Lakshmi ji.
वर्याः तत्र पदार्थः इति स्पष्टतया न अवगतं मया.
पदस्य अर्थः पदार्थः अत्र अन्यत्र पदार्थः नाम थिंग पदार्थः व्यक्तिः अन्नं कश्चन पदार्थः सोपं कश्चन पदार्थः अत्र तु पदस्य अर्थः शब्दस्य अर्थः जातिर्वा व्यक्तिर्वा इति विचार्यते. जातिव्यक्त्योः परस्परं नित्यसम्बन्धात् यदा जातिः स्वीक्रियते तदा व्यक्तिरपि आगच्छति, यदा व्यक्तिः स्वीक्रियते तदा नान्तरीयकत्वात् जातिरपि आगच्छति.
तर्हि काष्ठ गौः अपि व्यक्तिः
जातमेव आगच्छति. तत्र पिष्टमयी गौः इति उदाहरणं दत्तं न्यायदर्शन तत्र व्याख्याने. पिष्टमयी गौः, पिष्ट नाम पौडर ऑफ दिस राइस आर एनीथिंग दी लाइक पिष्टम, पिष्टमयी गौः. भवत्या तावत् दारु विकार गौः, प्लास्टिक विकार गौः, लाइक दैट यू मे गेट एनी काइंड. किन्तु तत्र आकृतिः वर्तते, आकारः, प्राणः नास्ति इत्यर्थः. तत्र आकृतिः प्रयुज्यते नाम, आकृतिः नाम आकारः. तदनन्तरं किम् अभवत्? ये शास्त्र विद्वांसः सन्ति ते वदन्ति स्म जातिरेव आकृतिं प्राहुः व्यक्तिराक्रियते यया. दिस् इस् फ्रम् श्लोकवार्तिकम् आफ् पूर्वमीमांसा बै कुमारलभट्ट. जातिमेव आकृतिं प्राहुः, अदरवाइज नोट डाउन, दिस इज ए वेरी गुड दिस थिंग कोटेशन. जातिमेव आकृतिं प्राहुः, जातिमेव आकृतिं प्राहुः व्यक्तिराक्रियते यया. जातिमेव आकृतिं प्राहुः व्यक्तिराक्रियते यया. कोटेशन फ्रॉम प्रत्यक्ष सूत्रम. कमा श्लोकवार्तिकम of Kumaralabhatta, Purvamimamsa. You can put Pumi, Purvamimamsa. So Jatimeva yaya vyaktihi akriyate. Okay. Akaraha sambhavati tatra tam jatimeva akritim prahuhu. Tasmat jati akriti shabdau paryayo.
महोदय, जातिमेवाकृतिं प्राहुर्व्यक्तिराक्रियते यया. आक्रियते इत्यस्य कः अर्थः?
आक्रियते मीन्स् आकारत्वेन स्वीक्रियते. व्यक्तिः आकारं प्राप्नोति, आक्रियते. एवं किल? तस्मात् तत्र इदानीं न्यायदर्शनम् अस्माभिः चर्चितं, व्याकरणदर्शनमपि स्वीकृतम्. इदानीं मीमांसायां किं वदन्ति? आकृतिः क्रियार्थत्वात्. क्रिया नाम पूर्वमीमांसायां यागक्रिया एव वर्तते. पूर्वमीमांसा नाम वेदानां पूर्वभागस्य मीमांसा. उत्तरमीमांसा नाम वेदानाम् उत्तरभागस्य उपनिषदां मीमांसा इत्यर्थः। तस्मात् पूर्वमीमांसायां क्रिया नाम यागक्रियैव, धर्मो नाम यागक्रियैव, साधनमपि आगमिष्यति। कारकम् इत्यस्य साधनमिति नामान्तरं वर्तते। Sadhanam, what sadhanam is according to Bauddhas, Mimamsakas, Vaiyakarnas, I am going to give you that material. Okay, slowly. But for the time being, Akriti Kriyarthatvat. They say, when someone says Pashanaya Jeta, in Veda, if you say Pashanaya Jeta, here careful. In these things, Karakas will happen according to Vivaksha. We are going to discuss Vivakshataha Karakani Bhavanti. Vivaksha is very, very important. Suppose you take this sentence, Pashuna Yajayata, Veda. Pashuna means Purusha Pashu or Sri Pashu. Here, Purusha Pashu is Vivakshita, not Sri Pashu. You cannot perform a yaga with Sri Pashu. You have to perform a yaga with Purusha Pashu. So, Pashuna Yajayata, there he says, Akriti Kriyarthatvat. Kriya has to be performed, yaga kriya. Okay, that also, if you take a Vyakti, what will happen? Suppose not Akriti, you take a Vyakti, then what will happen? Only one yaga with one Pashu. So for another yaga, another Pashu, again you have to say, this is Vidhivakyam. Again you have to say, Pashuna Yajeta, Pashuna Yajeta. So as many yagas, as many sentences. There is Gauravam. When you are saying something, there should be Laghavam, brevity. Brevity and perfection are the hallmarks of Panini. For example, brevity and perfection. Panini doesn't commit a single mistake. Getting confused, forgetting this thing, that thing, all these doshas, human errors, are not there in Panini, Katyayana, Patanjali, because they are yogis, Mahayogins. So through yogi prachaksha, they are looking, perceiving. You cannot just assign any dosha to these Maharshis. Keep it there. Come back. What did you say? We said, since if you take Vyakti as the meaning in Pashuna Yajeta, Pashu Vyakti if you take, for each and every yaga you have to say Pashuna Yajeta like that. If you take Jati, one Pashuna Yajeta will do for all the yagas, individual yagas. Then that is what is meant by Akritihi Kriyarthatvat. For Kriya is the Prayojanam. Artha means Prayojanam. Artha means Artha is Shabdartha, Dhanam, Prayojanam. Three meanings are there. Ardha means Ardham is exactly half. Ardhaha means any part of something. Musyadhor dhansamem shake Amarakosha. Now,
Acharya, if we say, if we consider Pashuna as a jati, then there is no need of participation of any Pashu in the yaga.
Coming, don't worry. They are not fools. This is a Shastram. What do you think of this? Next point is there. Okay. What did you say? I said Akriti Kriyarthatva. Oh, Akriti is to be taken in because that is the useful thing in Yaga Kriya. So you want to perform Yaga Kriya in a Gotra Jati? No, not like that. Since it is not possible to perform a Yaga in a Gotra Jati, we will go to Vyakti. How can you go to Vyakti? Because Abheda. We don't consider Jati and Vyakti as separate. Whenever you go for Jati, automatically Vyakti will come. Isn't it? So although we said Akriti Kriyarthatvat, Jati is the meaning, what I mean to say is Jati is Pradhanartha. Then what is Aujarika? See, subordinate, what is the meaning? Vyakti only. Why? Because automatically Vyakti comes. Abheda. They are not different. Wherever you go for Gotra Jati, you will find Gotra Yakti, and vice versa. Lakshmi ji.
तर्हि सन्दर्भानुसारं स्वीकर्तव्यम् इति वा?
Coming to that point. Well, quote Mahabhashyam and explain. Not ordinarily, I am not saying anything. Maharshi said something, I am just here as a representative, I learned something. Okay? And I am here to explain whatever it is according to my capacity. Okay? So we are coming to that point. We won't leave anything. This is Shastram. So, Anantyavya vicharabhyam shikyanekatvadoshataha etc. is there in what is that Tantravartikam, Kumarila Bhatta. So Anantya will be there if you accept Vyakti. If you accept Vyakti, how many Vyaktis, how many Yagas? Ananta. And Vyabhichara. Vyabhichara means if you say this Yaga Pashanayata, it is applying to another Vyakti also. If this person has got corona, you will find the same thing in our person also. So Vyabhichara will be there. And Shakyanekatvadoshataha, you have to accept Shakti in Aneka. So many Go Vyaktis, Pashu Vyaktis, you have to accept it. There is Shakti in this Pashu. Here also there is Shakti in this Pashu. What is this? We want Laghavam. Then, another question. You are saying there is Pashuna Yajata one Shabda, Pashu. Okay. Why don't you say it explains both Jati and Vyakti? Then Kumar Bhatta says, no. Then this Visheshana is already explained, Pashu, Jati, that would fail. The Shabda cannot have capacity to denote Vyakti also. See, Visheshana, Visheshya. What is Visheshana? What is Visheshya? Nela Utpalam, Nela Utpalam. Nelam is Visheshanam, Utpalam is Visheshya. Isn't it? So here also Jati is Visheshana and Vyakti is Visheshya. So this Pashu Shabda, Pashanaya Jeta, Pashu Shabda, having explained the meaning of Visheshanam, that is Jati, okay, Visheshyam, it fails to, you send someone to beat 2 or 3 people. The person beats the first one. After beating the first one, he got exhausted. He is not able to beat the second one. Similarly, a Shabda like Pashuna, having explained the Visheshana, that is Akriti or Jati, would fail to render the second meaning also. Visheshyannabhidhagachet kshena shaktir visheshane. You may note down. Visheshyannabhidhagachet. Tantravartikam, Kumarila Bhatta. Great scholar. Visheshyam nabhidhagachet क्षीण शक्तिर्विशेषणे विशेष्यं नाभिधागच्छेत् क्षीण शक्तिर्विशेषणे आकृत्यधिकरणम् of Tantravartikam. Akrityadhikaranam reference Akrityadhikaranam of Tantravartikam of Kumarila Bhatta. This is from Paurvamimamsa. We are going deep into Shastras. Otherwise, you cannot get a clear-cut integrated idea. In Babaji, things are clear. Things are clear.
What is the meaning of the last one?
Last
I
one,
did not understand the meaning of the last quotation. This Vishesham na abhidhagachet kshina shakti vishesham.
Abhidha, Lakshana, Vyanjana, 3 vrittis are there. Tatparyarthopakeshitadu. That Mamatacharya says in Kavya Prakasha, Tatparyam is also there. First, let me explain these 4 vrittis quickly. Abhidha is a vritti. Okay, vritti means the relation between Shabda and Artha. Abhidha vritti gives the Vachyartha. Abhidha vritti gives the Vachyartha. Take a sentence. Ordinary sentences also I will give later. Gangayam Ghosha. Gangayam Ghosha. The cowshed is in Ganges. Abhidhavritti says Vachyartha. Whatever meaning you get as soon as you hear a sentence is called Vachyartha. Then, is it possible to have a cowshed in a river called Ganges, that is in the form of stream? No. That means what you are saying is London is on Thames, Delhi on Yamuna. Such examples are there, but we are coming from Shastram. Oh, so Abhidhavritti failed to render an acceptable meaning. Vachyartha anupapatti or tatparya anupapatti is there in this sentence. Forget not, this sentence is used by a sane person. He is healthy. Health means mentally, physically, and socially well-being. So a healthy person said Gangayam Ghosha, the cowshed is in Ganges. Abhidhavritti said this meaning. Meaning is not acceptable. Tatparyanupapatti is there, Vachyarthanupapatti. Both are the same almost. Nayayikas say this and that. Then Lakshanavritti enters this thing. Lakshanavritti says it is not a Vachaka Shabda, it is a Lakshaka Shabda, and you have to take the Lakshyartha rather than the Vachyartha. This is useful in kArakam also. Vadanam Pachati, we have to ask. So now itself I will give the. So Lakshanavritti says, no. Here Gangayam means Ganga Tire, not in Ganges, but on the banks of river Ganges. That is Lakshyartha you have to take, but not Vachyartha. Lakshmiji Annamurikinda is an example. Cooked rice, cooked or not in Telugu. Think about it. We will come back. The bus is coming. Wrong. Who said? Can a bus come? But through the Shastras, we will say that is a correct sentence. There are many sentences day to day we go on using in all languages. But you can simply say this is wrong. Nobody will be there too. So Lakshanavritti says, no, Gangayam means you have to take the Lakshyartha, that is Gangatire. So Gangatire Ghosha, it is okay. Question. Actually, why should the speaker use such a sentence whereby one does not get an acceptable Vachyartha and ask us to run behind Lakshanavritti? Question. Then Vyanjanavritti enters this in. Vyanjanavritti says, no, that is a Vyanjaka Shabda. That is a Vyanjaka Shabda. And through Vyanjanavritti, it expresses Vyangyartha, suggested meaning. Through Vyanjanavritti, the Vyanjaka Shabda suggests Vyangyartha. To suggest Vyangyartha, the speaker used such a sentence. What do you mean by Vyangyartha? Something in addition to Vachyartha, something more that is there. What is that? Prayojanam. What is the Prayojanam? Shaityam Pavanatvam. Coolness and holiness. Coolness and holiness are the purposes, Prayojanas, for which the speaker said Gangayam Ghosha rather than Gangatire Ghosha. This is Vyangyartha. Abhidhavritti rendered primary meaning, but it failed, unacceptable. Lakshana entered the scene, offered secondary meaning, Gangayam means Gangatire. Again, question back to square one, why such a sentence? Vyanjanavritti says, so yam Vyanjaka Shabda Prayogena, Kinchit Prayojanam Uddishyate, Kindat Prayojanam Shaityam Pavanatvancha. So if you say East Coast Express, you never see East Coast while traveling by that express. Then why that name? Because when compared with other trains, this is going nearby East Coast. That's why it is called East Coast. So if you say Ganga Tire Ghoshaha, it may be 3 miles, 4 miles, 10 miles from Ganga Tira, because it is Sapeksha. So the meanings that Shaityam Pavanatvam are not expressed Vachya Maryadaya. Therefore, Vyangya Maryadaya, Dve Ete Prayojane Tavat, Vyangya Maryadaya, Uddishya Vachyante. Is it clear? Any doubts in this?
आचार्य
महोदय
क्षम्यते आचार्य अत्र को नाम शैत्यं को नाम पावनत्वं
Chetasya Bhavaha Shaityam, coolness. Ness is there for Taprachya, Talprachya, cow, Gotvam, cowness. Shaityam, Pavanatvam, Pavitrata.
तदा
Pavanatva, Prajapatyam, Pavitram, Shatodhyam, Hiranmayam. You know that Vedic mantras.
तदवगच्छामि शैत्यमिति अवगच्छामि परन्तु अस्मिन् वाक्ये गङ्गातीरे गङ्गायां घोषः इत्यस्मिन् वाक्ये शैत्यम् अथवा पावनत्वं कुतः तस्य
जन्तूनामपि शैत्यं जन्तुभिरपि शैत्यम् इष्यते किल निदाघकाले ड्यूरिङ्ग् सम्मर् उष्णकाले शैत्यम् इष्यते सर्वैरपि नो चेत् तत्र पानीयेन तावत् सर्वेपि तावत्
अस्तु
पवित्रतापि वर्तते यो यः तत्र गच्छति गोष्ठं गच्छति तत्र तेनापि स्नानादिकं क्रियते उपस्पृश्यते सन्ध्यावन्दनं क्रियते एतत् सर्वमपि अनुष्ठीयते किल
अस्तु
महोदय भवता यदुक्तं व्यञ्जनमर्यादया इति
जपसिद्धानन्द स्वामिभिः उच्यते वा केन पृच्छ्यते उच्यताम्
तत्र व्यञ्जनमर्यादया
व्यङ्ग्यमर्यादया व्यञ्जनावृत्ति व्यङ्ग्यमर्यादा
व्यङ्ग्यमर्यादया इति तत् एतादृशप्रयोगेषु मर्यादा इति शब्दस्य अर्थः कः?
अर्थः कः इत्येतत् मार्गेण वाच्यमर्यादया वाच्यमार्गेण वाच्यार्थविधया विधयाय तत् पद्धत्या
एवमेव धन्यवादः।
अन्यत्र मर्यादा अभिविधि इति भवता तत्र अन्यत्र अत्र तु वाच्यमर्यादा मर्यादा नाम वर्तते किल पद्धत्या वाच्यपद्धत्या वाच्यमर्यादया एते प्रयोजनेनोच्यते किन्तु व्यङ्ग्यमर्यादया तु अवश्यम् उच्यते तत्र व्यङ्ग्य ध्वनिः इत्युच्यते किल व्यङ्ग्य काव्येषु व्यङ्ग्य अयमेव इदमेव वाक्यं स्वीकृत्य तत्रापि उच्यते। एनी डाउट्स इन दिस प्लीज? Let us go for one more thing, because the Tatparya Vritti is also accepted by some people, says Mamatacharya in Kavya Prakasha. What is Tatparyam? Tatu Vakyarthaha, Tasya Bhavaha, Tatu Vakya, Tasmin Paraha, Tatu Vakyarthaha, Tasmin Paraha, Tatparaha, Tatu Vakyarthaha, Tasmin Paraha, Tatparaha, तेषां भावः तात्पर्यं गुणवचन ब्राह्मणादिभ्यः कर्मणि च शेयि प्रत्यय it becomes a habit. So whenever you say some shabda, what is the prakriti, what is the pratyaya, and all these things are quoted, Panini Sutras are to be quoted. This is actually original ancient Indian system how to teach. But nowadays people are not learning Tadhitas, Krudantas, etc. So many people don't quote Panini Sutras. What is this? Take an example. It is Magha Masa. The mother is performing some puja to Aditya outside the house, open to sky. She forgot something and going inside the house. While going inside, she asked a child, careful, child is underlined. That means he is not trained in any shastra. He is just 5 to 6 year old, roughly say. Kakebhyaha dadhi rakshyatam. She said, protect the girl from crows. Vachyartha. Okay? Now, since it is a village and there are other kinds of animals, a dog is coming. Okay? A cat is coming, or pig is coming, or some other bird is coming. Which is most likely to spoil the curd? She gave a stick to the boy and asked him to protect the curd from crows. Will the boy,
battery, please charge.
will the boy would protect the curd from other agents like cats, dogs, etc., or he protects only from crows and keeps mum as and when other agents arrived there to spoil the curd? Answer. Lakshmi ji.
He will protect from other agents also. I mean, he needs to protect from other agents.
The needs is different. What he will do is important. Gurich. Would he protect or won't he?
रक्षते अन्येभ्यः अपि रक्षति
Rakshati. Kakadibhyah rakshati.
I think for a child, he's expected to, adults expect him to protect, but because since he sees the animal as something different, he might not.
Nandini ji, open your video. You can have this face feelings also while speaking. Oh.
No. What I meant to say is,
so he'll keep mum when other agents arrive.
Yeah. A cat, I mean, it's a small child. I mean, he sees.
No, it is a small child. He's a child 5 to 6 years old roughly, but not trained in Shastras, just like you are getting trained.
Yes. So,
Then?
So what I mean to say is, because Amma said cow, he would wait. I mean, he might see the cow as, I mean, it is not a cow. So he might.
Actually, but according to Shastram, Vakyartha is Pratibha. Pratibha is attained from the earlier birth. We have to accept the earlier birth, separate this topic. So, due to Pratibha in the mind, you will understand Kakebhyaha means Kakadibhyaha. Kaka, etc. Any agent that is going to, spoil the curd should be arrested. Because the mother did not mean Vachyartha, she meant Tatparyam. Vachyartha is only Kakas. Tatparyam is Kakas, etc. This is called Upalakshanam. Upalakshanam means etc. Kaka, etc. is said by Kakebhyaha. Nashwadibhyo narakshati. Clearly stated in Vakyapadi in Vakyakanda by Bhartrihari. Is it clear?
Yes.
So some people said, no, this can be put under Vyangyartha, Vyanjanavritti. Some people said, no, this is different from Vyangyartha. The Tatparyavritti, let us accept. That is the only difference. Is it clear now? So when you say Anna Mudkinda in Telugu or Bhat Paki Hui ya nahi, in this language, Bhat is in Odia also, I think they use. And such examples, then what will happen? See, if kukur rice is kukur or not, translation. Do you cook kukur rice? Does anybody? Yes, someone. When someone is suffering from coma, in order to send the stuff through the pipes, kukur rice is to be cooked and soft stuff is required. But that is a separate case. We are not going to discuss coma. Apasmara. Apasmara is Ayurveda. Here, a normal person, would you cook kukur rice? Oh, so this usage is wrong. Let us start from tomorrow. Is biyam, that is chawal, kacha chawal, cooked or not? Let us start talking like that because we are learning karakam. This is not acceptable. Then the mother will look at you, please stop going to attending Subramanian's class because your mind is being spoiled like anything. Till yesterday you were okay, but today something went wrong somewhere. I think it is the actual influence of this Karaka, etc. We don't know Karaka or Kakara. Forget about Karaka. Sit inside the house. Do more studies. Why are you talking like that? So what does it mean? Lakshana Vritya. Here annam, that is cooked rice, means the raw rice meant for cooking rather than cooked rice. This is explained by Patanjali. Chaitraha Vadanam Pachati. Vadanam means cooked rice. Then Patanjali says, what is this Vadanam? Then he says, Vadanarthaha Tandulaha Vadanam. The word Vadanam is used for the raw rice which are meant for cooking. That usage is there. Now you can say the bus is coming. Can a bus come? Who said? I parked my car there. I parked my bus there. Can it come spontaneously in bracket? Swayam. No. But even a senior English professor is saying bus is coming, bus is coming. What is this? That means, but then you should have used the bus is made to come. Hey, this is not idiomatic. This people won't accept. But actually that is being done. So the bus is coming is wrong. Vachyarthanupavatti, a bus cannot come spontaneously in bracket. Then you have to go to Lakshana. So the bus is coming as if it is coming automatically because it is called automobile. Auto means swayam. Mobile means movement. Real this thing. Understand now? So Thames, London is on Thames is a correct sentence because of Lakshana and Vyanjana. Is it clear? So today we have discussed this Lakshana, Vyanjana, etc. And in next class we have to discuss this Pramanas. And finally, this what you call Patanjali says in Mahabhashyam, he says Ubhayor Ubhayam Padartha, both for Jativadi and Vyaktivadi, both are meanings, Jati and Vyakti. Ubhayoho Ubhayam Padartha. Kasyachit Kinchit Pradhanabhotam, Kinchit Gunabhotam. Kasyachitu Kinchit Pradhanabhotam, Kinchit Gunabhotam. Otherwise, I will send these sentences as material. Because all that you cannot go on writing now. So Kasyachitu for one person, Kinchit Pradhanabhotam, Jati is Pradhana. That means when he said Gaurnahantam, Ya Jati is Pradhana. Vyakti is, don't say it is not there. It is Gunabhota. Guna means Apradhana. When someone said Gauraniyatam or fetch a cow, then there Vyakti is Pradhanam, Jati is Gunabhotam. That means depending on the context, etc. Actually, there are 16 deciding factors of meaning. Okay, among them, context is Sandarbha. They call it Prakarnam. Okay, I am going to bank of river or bank of money, depending on the context, it is to be decided. So come back with questions, doubts, etc. In the next class, I will be giving most of this material to you. Okay, any questions, please? 3 minutes left.
वर्यः ह्यस्तनवर्गे अहम् आगन्तुम् अशक्ता अतः तस्य मुद्रणं प्राप्स्यते
अवश्यं प्राप्स्यते admin वर्तते किल तस्य रेकार्डिंग् क्रियते किल तद् भवत्याः
वेब्सैट् मध्ये अस्ति
अस्तु अस्तु
we will be uploading shortly.
चिन्ता मास्तु अवश्यं भवत्याः प्राप्तुं शक्यते सः पाठः. Other questions, please? अन्ये प्रश्नाः सन्ति वा? Things are clear? Enjoying the lesson? Getting more knowledge? Deep into language? What is language? How to use? What the mistakes people are committing? What they don't know? Because tomorrow you are supposed to teach people. That is what I expect from you. It may be 1 person, 2 persons, or 100. You have to take these siddhantas from different shastras. You are not learning pure Vyakarana. Yes, Sumitra, there is power in you. Your problem is power. It is going
gone. Using
yes,
a small light.
Someone asked me when the bus will come. I said, do you have your horoscope? Why? Who knows when the bus will come? Get your horoscope checked. Whether you have Vahana Yoga or not today by a Siddhanti. So in every bus stand, railway station, Siddhantis are essential. Something like that. Anything more? Please go through the material. This will introduction itself will take some time because I want to prepare you mentally, okay, to understand Karakam. Once you start Karakam, it would go full throttle, full speed. Okay, because we are going to quote from Vakyupadiyam and Mahabhashyam. The different Karta is not agent, for example. We will define Karta. Panini defines Karta. Amazing, simply incredible. Okay. So shall we call it a day? Please, beginning and
has everyone received the material?
Material has everyone received the material yesterday. MSG or someone will take.
Prapta.
Prapta kila? Samagri prapta kila?
मया न प्राप्ता.
And I didn't get it.
Kutra Pratishatam?
Who not get?
Lakshmi.
Okay, and
I didn't get. I
And
didn't
also
get.
Raghavji also did not get. Murli Mohanji.
No, I didn't get.
Why it is happening? You have sent me the all the emails.
I have sent at a time to all of them.
No.
Once
You have
there was
to check with them. You just give a call or give a separate mail and do something, because
अत्र पुटद्वयमेव आसीत् खलु.
long ago I have given yes, Putadvayam. I have given this material. Nandini ji.
No, there was one intro email that had a PDF file that was sent, a 2-page PDF file.
Yes,
that is the only thing that has been sent till date, right?
Only one PDF.
Yes. We should see. I mean, if it is not received, we can just ask the admin to resend it again.
See, Sai Krishna, check with everybody. Everybody got or not?
Please,
single thing we have
everyone,
got.
please, everyone, mail me whether you have got the PDF or not.
Please, all of you give an email to admin.
Yeah, or else who has not got the PDF, they mail me.
Let all of them who did not receive give an email to admin, so that they will take care of it. And why I am saying this is, in the beginning, at the beginning and the end, you have to say the prarthana at least Om Namah Paninikachayana Patanjalibhyaha. At least that much. I have given actually some lengthy one, which you have been doing. So don't forget to make that prarthana at the beginning and the end. That is Shastra Sampradaya. Shall we call it a day?
Yes.
Om Namah Paninikachayana Patanjalibhyaha Shabda Vidya Sampradaya Kartabhyo Vanshilibhyaha Pramashibhyo Mahadhyo Gurubhyo Shubham Bhuyam.